evening, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to my Pilates online. My name is Sabrina, and we're going to be doing a Pilates workout for beginners this evening. So I hope you're ready. You've got your mat and water, and please, if need be, you've got yourself a little cushion as well, or a towel to use. Okay. So for those of you that are first timers, this is technically your first beginner workout with me for the month of July. So we're going to go back to those beautiful basics and all those fundamentals we love so much that help us in all of our functional movements, and just getting that understanding of what exactly we're trying to achieve in most of the movements. And remember, everything we're building on is branching off of our fundamentals. So it's going to be just a pure fundamental Pilates routine. Okay, so standing onto your mat, fist distance between your feet. Let's start with the famous roll downs. The roll downs are done to really warm up the spine. So I want you to do your roll downs with meaning, and know that anytime you want to just give your back a nice stretch, or you've been sitting a lot, you can always just stand up and do this roll down 1 or 2 times. It's also so great to do when you're getting out of bed or when you're getting into bed. Okay, so parallel your feet and just feel that you're equally weighted and press through your feet. Loosen the knee joints, slightly tucking the pelvic floor as you lengthen your tailbone down to your heels, drawing in your abdominal line. And then feel yourself elongating your spine, stacking those vertebrae on top of one another with space in between. And then broadening the shoulders nice and wide. Lengthening through your arms, standing tall, elongating through your neckline. And in this position, without locking the knees, but standing tall through the spine, using pelvic floor, we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So inhaling a wide breath into the arms, laterally expanding the rib cage wide, hold, draw up the air, and then exhale, relax. Narrow your waistline, pulling your belly in. 2 more, inhale. Wide lateral, pull the ribs, think of widening. Filling up the big, deep back pockets of the lungs and ribs. Hold the breath. And exhale, release. 1 more time, breathing in. Wide and full. Filling up even more and then holding when you can't fill up any longer. And exhale, release. Good. Going into our first roll down, breathing in. As you laterally expand the rib cage, take a back circle of the arms as you stretch through those shoulders, chest and bicep. And then nod your chin gently, and from the top of the spine, you slowly start falling forward. Still keeping your weight equally pressed through your feet, still softening the knees, just allowing that spine to fall off of the hips. Hang there, hold it, releasing your neck and shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, tucking in your navel. You're going to draw up through your abdominals slowly. Lengthen your tailbone down to your heels. Keep hanging your head. Restacking each vertebra until you're up in your starting upright position. Again, inhale. Wide, go for a big stretch, pull through those arms. Nod that chin, hollow the chest, hinging at ribs, and exhale, round spine down. So here you want to feel that you're not swaying your hips backwards, so you're separating your upper and lower body, allowing your upper body to just hang there, let it go, deep inhale. Scooping the pelvic floor, scooping the abdominals, and start restacking. Really tuck and tilt the tailbone down as you restack the spine. One more time, breathing in. Nodding chin. Hollow the chest, hinge the ribs. Hand forward, let the crown of the head weight and mirror itself down to that mat. Good. Feel that you can disconnect head, neck, shoulders, and your ribs are quite close to your thighs. Deep breath into wide ribs here. Tucking in your nails, start lifting up through the lower spine, tip the tailbone down, slowly restack the vertebrae all the way up, nice and tall. Good. Breathing in just the arms here. Clasping your hands overhead into a side stretch. We go over, leave the hip behind, increasing space between your hips and ribs without popping the hip out, okay? So stay level, hips on top of your knees. Breathing in, soften those shoulders. Exhale, use your obliques to lift you up. Hands are on top of the head as you go over, they don't drop. Okay, it's the spine moving, so the shape I'm creating around my head stays the same. Space between hip and rib, breathe in. And exhale, lift it up. Relaxing shoulders, one more each side. Inhale over. Good. See if you can keep the weight equally pressing both your feet here. Exhale, lift your upper body and place it back on top of your lower body. One more on the other side. Anchoring your lower body, bending through your upper. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, stack upper body on top of lower body. Good. Just a standing cat stretch. So it's spinal flexion, round spine, spinal extension, flat spine, arched spine. Okay? Exhale, round the spine, tuck in the belly, tuck the tailbone, pull in the belly, hug the tree, protracting shoulder blades, so spreading shoulder blades apart from one another. But really tucking in and scooping here. It's not just about rounding the spine. And then inhale now, extend, slightly stick tailbone out, but more open up chest and biceps. Elbows high. Exhale. Really tucking in the lower spine. Try round to lower back. Inhale, arch into upper back. And one more. Exhale, scoop and tuck into the lower spine. Keeping knees micro bend at all times. Inhale, arc spine. And release to standing. Lovely. Clasp your hands behind your back. Try to get your palms to touch one another and then extend your elbows. Finding that stretch. Open up those collarbones. Roll those shoulders back. So if this is a major stretch for you, then keep practicing here. Extend the elbows, open the collarbones, and gentle release. If that's easy, try and lift those hands away from your tailbone. Rolling your shoulders back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Stretching your elbows, lifting the fists. Good. And release it. Just rolling those shoulders. We're going to do a roll down to take ourselves down to the mat. Before I do so, I'm just going to remove the topmost layer because the weather is so confusing right now. Okay, so one roll down to take us down. Ready, we got breathing in. Tuck it, lift up. Nod the chin, suck your chest. Exhale, roll it down. Hand your head heavy, drop into it here. Get those ribs close to your thighs. Reach for the floor and start walking forward halfway across your mat into the upside down V position. Pushing back from your hands, trying to flatten your heels, Trying to stretch your legs and then releasing neck tension, aligning your ears with the sides of your arms. Think of lifting the tailbone up to the ceiling, deepening the stretch through your flat back. Pull up in your knees and draw your heels down for a nice hamstring stretch. You may feel it quite strongly at the back of the knees. Good. And then bend those knees, gently place yourself down onto all fours. So in your four positions, remember one of the major Pilates principles is alignment. So our setup and position of where we're putting ourselves into every exercise is so important and has a specific purpose in place. Neutral spine is a nice flat back, so you're not hanging down, you're not scooping up and punching. You want to elongate a nice flat back from tailbone to crown. You want to make sure your shoulders are square over your wrists and that your hips are square over your knees. Feel that you're centering yourself and your weight in this position, and then let's move the spine, mobilize it through the cat stretch. So again, moving from your neutral spine, now you're going to round and arc the spine up like a rainbow. Tucking in the tailbone, putting abdominals in, caressing the shoulder blades apart. Dropping the head, stretching the back of the neck. And then really inhaling as we move through the spine, as much movement as you can get. Arcing up through the upper back, lifting the chest up and forward. Slightly sticking out tailbone, I want you to imagine a marble rolling down your spine. Exhale, scoop and tuck, drawing up. And inhale, lengthen, extend. Long lines. Think of the space between your earlobes and shoulders here. And one more time. Exhale, scoop, flex, tuck, pull it up, stretch. See that your shoulders are still above your wrists and hips above knees as you pull up into your spine. Inhale, lengthen and extend, trying to lift and arch up through your upper back. Tuck abdominals to support your lower spine as you slightly lift your tailbone. Flatten that back to neutral level spine, extending your left leg. Both hip bones are facing the mat down. You're not externally rotating, okay? So, no twist in the hips. Stay prone facing your mat. You're going to lift up your left leg and hold your balance in a three-legged position. Feeling that as you've now lifted one foot off the mat, you can still hold your center. Feel that you don't have to twist your hips to pick your leg up. All you need to do is activate your glutes, which is your bum cheek and your inner thighs. Good. If you're feeling comfortable and centered here, you're now going to reach your right arm away from you, extending your right shoulder. And then when you're ready, nice and secure, with no shift and change, you're going to try and pick your right arm up off the mat. Holding this balance, checking in that your left shoulder is still over your left wrist, your right hip is over your right knee. Your long neutral spine is still in place. You're holding your ribs and tummy in. And there's no neck and shoulder tension. You're actually pulling your wing bones down your spine as you're reaching long limbs. Good. When you feel you can't hold it anymore, just stay there a few seconds longer. Level out your body and then slowly bring that right arm in. Bring that left leg in, and you're in 4-point position without a niggle of change. And then extending right leg long. Both hips still neutral, facing down. Pick up the leg and feel that you can lift your leg without shifting any weight, holding your position. Nice and secure. Good. Target the inner thigh and the glute here. Keep the level spine. You don't want your ribs sinking down. Hold your abdominal connection and ready to extend the left shoulder and arm. Picking it up when you're ready, if you can, maintaining your balance, finding your center. Centering yourself is another one of the Pilates principles, and so is focus, and so is balance. We're doing all of that right now. You cannot do one without the other. See that shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, spine is flat, level, neutral. No neck and shoulder tension, squeezing your glutes, squeezing your inner thigh, hold yourself there. Just when you can't hold it any longer, lengthen and reach further. And then slowly placing hand and leg down. Well done. I want you to drop down onto your forearms. Understand this is a go-to modification if there's any issues in the wrists. Down onto the forearms, you're going to modify it and take a lot of pressure off the wrists. But you don't want to avoid it altogether. You want to try and strengthen where you can, when you can as well. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. So tucking in, making sure those elbows are under the shoulders. We've got a little bit of traction with these elbows connecting and pulling back into the mat. Holding nice, secure, stable shoulders. We're going to extend the left leg and see again if we can hold our center without shifting. Both hip bones are facing the mat, no tilts and twists. Back is still flat and neutral. We're going to squeeze left glute to lift the leg up. Tap the toe down to touch the floor and back up. What I want you to feel here is that you can press your chest away from the mat, and you can lift and drop your leg without moving your spine. So if you look at me, you want to avoid this movement through the spine. Hold a neutral level spine, keeping chest lifted from that mat, and then squeeze your glutes to lift and drop your leg. So now you're isolating and dissociating through your movement, targeting to strengthen a specific area. We want to support the hips and lower spine, which means we need to strengthen the glutes and all these hip muscles, connected to lower back, connected to hamstring. Keeping that back leg straight, use your inner thigh to keep your knee face down. Pressing your elbows into the mat, keep your chest away from the mat. We do 3 more. 2, feel the upper body stabilization. 1, hold your leg up on 1. Just hold it there. Can you grow the leg longer? Can you lift the leg higher, keeping the left hip down? And then gently bring it in and release it. Well done. Maintain your center. Don't collapse into the shoulders. Press yourself up, stabilizing. And then extend your right leg long. Feel that you're still centered, you're not shifting in order to stretch your leg. Tuck in your belly, find the right glute, strength and support as you lift and drop your leg. So can you keep your ribs and spine stable so you can dissociate and really use the glutes and inner thigh connection to move through your hip as you lift your leg? Understanding that the function of the glutes is to extend the hips. We often are sitting so much in the day, really avoiding this area as being worked. Try and make sure you are staying centered, not sinking in the shoulders, not leaning more into left or right side. Equal weight of your elbows in the mat. Just a few more. 3, 2, hold that leg up on 1. Long leg, stretch it even longer, lift it even higher, engage inner thigh, keeping right hip face down. And then slowly bring it back in. Well done. Lifting back into a 4-point position. Unless you're compromising wrist, you can stay on your forearms. Keeping your neutral flat back, extend the left leg. Staying centered, shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, lift the left leg up. Holding the leg up in line with the hip, you're going to create small circles. I want you to do these circles really slow because I want you to feel that you're not moving the hips. You're moving the thigh pelvic hip bones. Good. Keep lifting your chest up as you circle, tucking in your belly. 2 more. Spine not moving, hold steady in reverse direction of the circles. Take it slow, because when you do it slow, you can really pick up if you start shifting, if you start compensating. Straighten that leg and find the glute and hamstring connection. 3, 2, 1 more, and bring it in. Extending right leg long. Staying square and centered, check in with your body. Lift the leg to hover in line with the hip, keep that neutral spine. Legs stay straight as we create small circles. And remember, there's stability happening in the shoulders. We can easily hang in the shoulders, okay? But we want to stabilize them. So press your hands into the mat, elongate your arms, slightly pressing your shoulder blades away from one another. Remember, in Pilates, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of things to think about, and it's going to get easier the more you do it. Good. Changing direction now. Staying focused, staying present, staying connected and centered. So you can notice any wiggle is happening. Keep the kneecap facing down. 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring that knee in. Good. I want you to lift yourself up onto your knees here. Those of you that can sit back and get a lovely stretch at the front of the feet, do so. I want you to see if you can reach your hands back behind you and then lift your hips up into a stretch. Tuck in your tummy and listen to your lower back if it agrees with you in something like this. Okay? Otherwise, if you're in this position, you can push your tailbone down, tuck in your belly, and just lean slightly back. If you've got 2 yoga blocks, you can also place your hand on those blocks and just open up your chest. Good. As long as your lower back feels okay. Otherwise, just hold your rest position. Good. And then walk yourself across, trying to stay seated. Remember, if you've got a small ball or a cushion, you can always place it here between your calves and your bum. It's going to be much more comfortable, easier on the knees, or if you're super tight. And then centering yourself slowly and gently, trying to keep yourself anchored, sitting on your heels, so you find the deep side body stretch. Hold it and breathe. And then centering yourself. And then scoop and roll yourself up. Good. I want you to stay sitting like this if you can for a stretch. Otherwise, pop a pillow in between your legs. If that's too much, you can always just sit with your legs crossed. Okay. Otherwise, you can be in the kneeling position. Not too important which variation you're choosing in terms of sitting, as long as you're not feeling pain in that position. So I'm going to do this one. Okay. And then from there, you're going to take your hands behind you and place your hands at your back. Not too low. I want you to try and lift your hands up to the middle back as far as you can. You can also clasp your hands together if it's a bit easier. Now tucking in your belly, tucking in your ribs, sitting nice and tall, roll your shoulders back, and you're just going to take those elbows back. Stretch them back, open those shoulders, and gently release. Inhales as we open, and exhales to release. Again, elbows, collarbones, back and wide, release. Inviting mobility into the upper girdle. Two more. Breathing in. Open it up and release. One more. And release. Next one, take those elbows back all the way. Keep them as far back as you can, and you're going to keep them back, extend the elbows, reach the hands behind you, bring them back up the spine. And release, elbows back wide. Inhale, hands up the body. Breathe in, lift them up. Exhale, release. Two more, elbows back, shoulders wide, release. One more. And release. Keep those arms out there, open collarbones, stretch your elbows, feet and pulse your arms back without moving your spine. Reaching through all your fingertips. Imagining you're holding a big ball between your palms behind your body, and you're trying to squeeze this big ball. Good, reach. Breathe in and grow tall, don't sink in your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can rotate through your palms. Inhaling. Now palms up to the ceiling. Lift that ball up and over your head and down. Beautiful. Again, breathing in. Grow tall. Lengthen. Reach. Now rotate your palms down. Pushing back. Squeeze the ball behind you. Try and avoid the spine during the movement and find a range through the shoulders, rotating palms face up. Inhale. Up and over. Breathing in, lift up the arms, but pull the shoulders down. Rotate the palms back. Squeeze that ball behind you. And let's go for our last one. Breathing in, rotate palms. Up, 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 and over. Exhale. Last one. Reach, inhale. Rotate the palms. Exhale back. Squeeze the ball, palms face up. Inhale, up, over, and down. Good. Lovely. That is golden, golden stuff. Just shake and roll those shoulders out. Good. And then let's lay onto our tummies. Okay. So whenever we're on the tummy, we call this a prone position where we face down. And often when we're laying on our tummy, exercises in this position is going to target the whole back line of the body. Strengthening the upper back, legs, glutes, the whole back line. Okay. So we'll start with step 1, which is a basic back extension. You're going to open your legs as wide as your mat and allow your heels to drop in comfortably. You're going to slide your arms down, place your elbows on the mat and your hands. Your thumbs are really close distance to be able to touch your shoulders. Light hands on the mat. Tuck in your navel and tilt your pubic bone into the mat. Imagining you're laying on an ice block. As you press your pubic bone into the mat, you're stretching the back of your neck. You're growing tall through your crown. Stabilizing your neck so you don't want to pick your chin up and down. Stabilize that joint. Inhale, you want to lift your head, chest, upper spine as one unit. Inhale. No wrinkles in the neck, and exhale, lower it back down. For this exercise, it's not important how high you lift. It's very important that you're doing this correctly. Tuck in your belly, support your lower back, because the higher you lift, the more it will go into the lower spine. And we don't want you to feel the lower back muscles working. We want you to feel middle and upper back muscles targeted here. That's where you should feel it. So hover at the point where you feel, okay, yes, I've got that upper back activation going on here. And you're not hanging the shoulders forward. You open those collarbones as you lift up. Stretch the back of the neck. Find the fire in the middle and upper spine. And then exhale, release it back to hover your nose on the mat. Inhale, extend upper back. Feel that your hands are nice and super light. Okay, they can float off the mat. It's not the arms helping lift you. There's no pressure in the hands. It's the upper back, inhaling strength to lift you up. Exhale down. Breathing in, find the length in the lift. Elongate your longest neckline, hover it, finding tension, strength, exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. Think of yourself as a puppet on a string getting pulled from your crown to create a taller, longer spine as the marble rolls down your back. Exhale, release it. Good. Reaching your arms up in a wide V position, still hovering your nose above the mat. Think of yourself in a starfish jumping jack position here. You're going to lift up your left arm and your left leg and then place it down. You're going to lift up your right arm and your left leg and then place it down. The goal, the aim is not about the height, okay? You want to lift one arm and one leg as one unit. Exhale down. Inhale, find the connection and the line from the heel to the fingertips as you diagonally pick up across from one limb to one limb. Inhales on the lift, find the middle back, working hard. Exhale, lower. Keep your tummy tight and pulled in, laying on that imaginary ice block. So your lower back is protected here. Breathing in. Can you stretch your knees, squeeze your bum, and lower. No bent knees. Inhale. Longest leg, longest arm. Reach through your fingertips. Exhale. Just doing small hovering movements, you're going to feel your back working. Strengthening to support its posture and load. We want this. We need this. Inhale. Notice it's not a chin lift. It's not neck strain. It's chest up and down. 4 more. And 1 more, everybody. Good. Slide those elbows back down. 90 degrees. Go wider. So elbows are right up the ribs now. They're wide. We have 90-degree angles through the elbows. Fingertips on top of those elbows. Inhale now. Lift up the upper spine to hover with the arms up. To hover. Exhale down. Tucking your belly, tilt pubic bone into the mat for support and elongation of that lower spine. Inhale, lift up to hover. Exhale down. Stabilize your neck here, avoiding lifting the chin. Exhale down. Inhale, up, 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 up. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest to hover. Hold it here. Extend your arms, reach them for your heels. 10 little pulses up, keeping your tummy tight. The pulse is coming from lifting chest and shoulders, not your chin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the elbows, bring it back, and release it down. Well done. Rest your head on your hands. Bring your legs together. Bend your left knee, flex your left foot. Think of growing your left thigh longer from your hip to your knee. So you're extending through your hip, stretching through the front of your left hip. And then lift your left knee up off the mat, still flexing the foot, squeezing the glute, hovering it down. Lifting the knee up and down, stretching the front of the hip. in this position, can you feel that you can keep equal weight between both hip bones without falling or leaning more into one side? So try stabilize through your pelvis, maintaining it neutral as best you can. And then dissociate separately, lifting up your left knee, squeezing your left glute, extending the front of your left hip. Good. Strengthening hamstring, strengthening glute for amazing back support. There's 2 more. One more. Hold it there. Can you grow your leg longer from hip to knee? And rest down, release. Bending right knee, flexing right foot. Growing the right leg longer from hip to knee. Extending through the hip and then lifting up that knee and flexing down. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, lift and drop. Inhale, up and lower. Neutral hips, equal weight down on mat. Pay attention, feel what's happening in the body, and get to know your body. Get to know what it likes to do or doesn't like to do, and try and tame it. Get a bit of control over that body. All right, you don't want to be the slave to your body. You want to be in control of your body. One more time, lengthen and extend it up, and then release it down. Lovely, lovely, lovely. From there, left side, long leg, tucking in your belly, supporting lower back, lifting a straight left leg up and lowering it down. Inhale, lift the leg, exhale, lower the leg. Feel the 2 hip bones, equal pelvis, level pelvis, in the mat, and separately pick up your left leg. Squeeze that glute and stretch the front of your left hip. Feel the difference in the straight leg compared to the bent leg. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Longest leg you've got. This is why they say you grow taller in Pilates. We're always thinking about elongating that little stretch more. Up, 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 up. Straighten that leg. Hold it. Feel 2 little hips in the mat and flex it back down. Over to other side. Inhale, exhale. Stretching out the front of the hip. Squeezing the glute. Breathing in and out. Good. Staying in control of the movement so you're not letting anywhere else compromise. Level neutral hips in mat, stretching the front of the hip to pick up that leg. Good. One more time, lifting it up and releasing it down. Lovely. Let's do a basic quad stretch in this position. Grabbing your toes, otherwise get your towel or bag, wrap it around your foot to reach it. Otherwise, grab the toes if you can. Good. Pull your heel to your glute, and then stretch out the hip and knee further. As you pull your heel to your glute, see if you can lift the knee a tiny bit, getting a deep stretch in that thigh through the knee. And release over to the other side. Bend the left leg. Reaching for your heel, your toes, or using your towel to grab or your band. Good. Glute to hip. Sorry, heel to glute. Stretch it out. Try to lift the knee to hover slightly if you can. Good. gently release that leg. Well done. Okay, moving on. Let's go on to the side body. So on your side, if you're going to use a pillow, put it on top of your arm, not under, okay? In between arm and head. Always on your side, your alignment is so, well, always your alignment, but even more so on your side. Use your mat, look at the front line that you are in a straight line, and then use this hand on top to support you. You're just going to lift your legs and place your feet to that front corner of the mat. Your palm is facing up here and you're resting your head and leg. Stable stacked hips perpendicular to the mat, so none of this rolling back and forward, okay? You've got to stack and square those hips. Keeping them square and stacked without rolling backwards and forwards, we're going to lift the top leg up and down. I want you to slightly flex your feet, and when you join, see that you can mirror both legs, that they are the same length, that you're not pulling up, shortening your top leg or lengthening, pressing it out. That both legs are the same length. Keep your toes facing knee forward. Don't turn them up, okay? Because that's coming from the hip and you're not externally rotating. Hold the position forward and lift and lower. Remember, we want to be in control of body and mind through our movements here. Inhale, exhale. Just moving through that hip. Notice where the weight of your ribs and hips are in the mat. Notice if your hips want to sway backwards or forwards. Notice how the glutes are going to be working when you're doing this properly. One more. Hold the leg up there. Straighten both knees without rolling back. And gently place it down. Good. Hand to the mat, keep the body placed on the mat. Legs slightly back into that straight line. Inhale, balancing on rib and hip, keeping a bit of a natural waistline gap. Growing your legs long and then lifting them up to hover. This hand can be stabilizing you, but you're square on your hip, not rolling off of it forwards and backwards. More challenge, you can lose the hand as you lift and balance. Okay, up to you, don't worry. It's just a hover, and you're going to feel the side where it needed to lift your knees off that mat. Good. So we're going to drop legs together and lift them up. Hover, lift the floor and up. It's just the lower body. Roll your legs longer. 3 more. Even longer. 2, the same leg. Drop and lift them up. Now hold your balance. Good. Keeping both legs up to hover, bend the knees and place them down on the mat into side tabletop position. Knees are in line with your hips, ankles in line with your knees. Just pick the top leg up and down. Inhale, exhale, okay? You're lifting your knee, ankle, and foot as one straight level line. You get all sorts of awesome features. Inhale, exhale, that's it, keep going. Extreme audio quality, connections almost every device, and uninterrupted music. Good. Can you pick up the thigh without the hip rolling back? So imagine you're laying against a wall here. You want to be able to lift the knee and thigh without falling back into the wall. Your weight should not change and shift as you pick up the leg. And by doing that, you will then know that you're stabilizing. And by stabilizing, you can feel the right muscles doing the right job. Almost instantly. 3 more. Lift it up. 2. 1 more. Hold it there. And release it down. Beautiful stuff. Gently support yourself up. Let's take it to the other side. Swinging the legs around. And aligning yourself with your mat on that side body. Palm facing up, straight legs, straight line. When you're ready, just the legs and feet to the front corner. Make sure you're mirroring your feet, ankles, knees, and that they're the same length.
stabilize your hand to your mat. And we lift and drop the leg. Inhale, exhale. Stabilize and keep secure in what's happening from the hips upwards. Where your weight is in your ribs and hips stays the same. Make sure you're not shortening your top leg, but you're not growing it longer than the other leg either. And as you lift and drop this leg, you're keeping your knees and toes facing forward. So we're not externally rotating, we stay forward. Okay? Because we're working different muscles when we do that. It's not incorrect to externally rotate, but we often commonly do that. And today I want to strengthen without externally rotating. So keeping square, lifted up and down. Three more. 2, 1. And place it down. Pull the legs back into your straight line. Let your hands stabilize. You grow your legs long and then hover them off the mat. Lifting knees off. Balance on that hip. Feel if you can lose the hand. This side's personally a little bit more challenging for me. Good. You're going to hover the legs and lift them. Exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Without rolling forwards or backwards. When you lift your hovering legs, keep them straight and long. And drop. Doesn't matter how high you're lifting them, but they're going to stay the same length as you lift. So you feel that side body strengthening to pick you up, even if it doesn't feel so normal, so comfortable. It's because we don't walk side to side or move side to side. We're always forwards and backwards in our movements. 3, 2, hold your balance. 1, lift up and stay there. Lengthen your legs, lose the hand if you can. Excellent, bend those knees up to tabletop while keeping them powered, and then place them down on the mat, lovely. Good, see that both knees are the same length, you haven't pulled one knee back, very important, again, that's coming from the hips and pelvis. Keeping those square, neutral level hips, without rolling backwards and forwards, just pick up that knee. So imagine yourself leaning against an imaginary wall behind you. You don't want to increase that pressure of your body into the imaginary wall in order to lift your leg up. Okay, these hips are staying stacked as we lift and drop the knee. We're not rolling backwards. Inhale, exhale. Finding side glute. Good, stay with me. Two more. Hold the leg up. And release it down. Lovely. And then lift yourself up, up, up. Okay. Let's stretch those glutes. Let's do the supine one. So I want you to lay down on your spine. And let's place left ankle on right knee. Keep your flat neutral back. Pull up into your right tabletop leg, interlacing your fingers underneath your right thigh. Pulling your right leg towards you. You can use your left elbow to open up the bent knees hip here. Okay. So you get a great glute stretch. Now this is a common glute stretch you can do in a seated position. We know this glute stretch. You've probably done this glute stretch many times before. I want to teach you a simple, easy trick to remember. There is a small, tiny muscle in the glute called the piriformis. Running from your tailbone to the side hip. So if you take this bent leg that's on top and you just push the knee and leg across the body some more. Let me change my angle so you can see me, okay? So here's basic glute stretch, ankle to knee. But if I slide my leg horizontally across and keep doing the same stretch, it's going to change position of where it's in the glute now stretching. All I've done is shifted the leg over. Ankle to knee, shifting over now, middle of the leg to the knee. And pulling up that leg to the up. Good. Some of you may appreciate this one more than others, but it's okay. Just remember it. Just do another variation and then release it down. Right ankle to left knee. Pick up the left leg, interlace the fingers and draw the thigh to the chest for that stretch. You can use your right elbow to keep your right knee away from your chest as you pull your left knee in. In this position, you want to feel that you're not lifting your bum up. You're not scooping your bum up. You're anchoring your tailbone down. So you've got a flat back, separately going into a glute stretch. You start scooping and lifting your bum up. You're compensating in order to get more stretch, when in actual fact, that makes it not a pure stretch. Good, now slightly just let that leg go a little bit more across the left knee. And then pull up and feel, how is your piriformis muscle doing? Is it in a good state or does it need a little bit more stretch here? And then gently release it. Good. I'm going to turn back to the mat. Straighten your right leg. Place your right hand to your left knee. Left hand flat on the mat. Pull your left knee across the body, but you've got to keep your left shoulder flat down on the mat. Go as far as feels good here. Look away from your knee to your left hand, keeping your shoulder blade on the mat. Some of you may be enjoying this more than others right now. It's a good one, not particularly one of my best, but it is important, and release it down. Lengthen left leg, lift the right leg up, left hand to right knee, right hand on the mat, up and over. We twist and pull the left knee across the body, sorry, the right knee. As we look to the right side, keep the shoulder blade anchored. So don't go into this. You want to keep that shoulder down, hand anchors. Look to it, twist and pull. Deep breath in and gently release it. Good, good, good. Both knees are bent. Fist distance between your knees and feet, hands at your sides. Flatten all gaps between your spine and the mat. Make sure you're not using your cushion here if you've got your head on the pillow. Flatten it out. Okay. So we're going to do pelvic curls, and this is a real fundamental Pilates exercise that you do forever and ever. Amen. Reaching your arms down low, I want you to create lower back mobility. In order to create movement in this tight lower back, we're going to tuck in the navel and pull in below the six-pack layer, which means hollow out the belly. Zip in and imagine your belly button trying to touch the front of your spine, and then releasing to neutral. Neutral when you've got your natural gap here between lower back and mat. And then tuck in the belly, pressing lower back into the mat, hollowing out your belly, lifting your pubic bone in a tilted position of the pelvis, and then back down to neutral. So it's exhale, scoop and tuck. Lift the pubic bone, tuck your tailbone, and release. Exhale, anchor the tailbone, neutral pelvis. So the pelvic curl starts with that fundamental tilt. Okay? Exhale, draw your belly in, scoop in, lift your pubic bone higher than your two hips. And then lead with pubic bone as you roll your hips up. Now, a lot of you are going to want to pop those ribs, but that just creates a bit of lower back jamming, so we're trying to dissociate. Can you pull your ribs down and still lift the hips up? Squeezing those glutes, tucking the pelvic floor, lifting the pubic bone. Look at your two hip bones. Is your pubic bone higher than your two hip bones? If not, you may be in something like that, which again means we need to strengthen the core more and lengthening that lower back. So I want you to tilt, I want you to scoop, and I want you to lift that pubic bone, lengthening that tailbone. Breathe in there. Exhale, roll down slowly from the top of your spine. I want you to stick your spine into your mat with no air bubbles, all the way down until your tailbone anchors in your neutral. Breathe in wide and full. Pull in your navel to your spine as you lift your pubic bone, tilting your pelvis, and then exhale, rolling up. Lead with that pubic bone lift. Up, 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 up. Connect your rib cage. Lift that lower body pelvis. Exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. This exercise teaches you to learn to articulate movement through your spine. Remember, you're living your life through your spine. You are as old as your spine. Most and almost every exercise in the Pilates repertoire is based and built around the spine, keeping that spine healthy, strong, and mobile. Exhale, lift up, ribs down, hips up, inhale, and exhale, roll down one vertebra at a time. We're going to go for one more. Tuck and tilt, exhale, rolling hips up. Good. Stretch the back of your neck. Breathe in. Exhale, roll down, nice and slow. Good. Picking up your feet, hugging your knees, and gently rocking side to side. Good. And then placing your feet back down onto your mat. You're going to pick your right leg up. You're going to cup your fingers under your thigh and then stretch your right leg as best you can. Pull and pulse that right leg towards your chest. Stretching your knee as best you can. We call this a hamstring pull. 5, 4, 3. Straighten that knee. Pull on. One more. And bend the knee. Release it down. Left leg, lifting up, interlace and cup the fingers. Breathe in, stretch that leg as best you can. Flex your foot, pull the thigh to the chest, and gentle little pulses. Each pulse, try and straighten your leg more. Try and deepen the flexion through your foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bend and release it. Good, good, good. Hug your knees and rock yourself up to a seated position. Knees are bent. That little tuck of the pelvis. Same thing in a seated position. So hands at your knees or in front of you. Breathing in, tucking your belly, tuck your tailbone, rolling off your sit bones, and inhale, lift back up on those sit bones. Just little gentle tilts of the pelvis, trying to not move the mid and upper back, trying to tuck and curl the lower back. Belly in, pelvic floor in, and exhale. Just moving through that lower spine. 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Hold that tilt. Lift the arms up. And little pulses back and forward. Keep anchored feet. Tuck in your navel. Tuck in below your navel. Think of holding your bladder muscles in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Breathe in. Lift your chest. And exhale. Release it. Good. Just crossing your legs here. You can sit on your cushion if you'd like.
We're just going to go into a forward fold stretch, so breathe in, lift your arms, and then exhale, folding forward, folding in half.
Try to get your forehead onto your mat, keep your sit bones anchored down. And then tuck in your belly and roll yourself up.
Put the other foot in front. Breathe in, circle those arms. And exhale down.
Deep breath in. Exhale, roll yourself up, restack into a seated position.
Well done, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for sharing your time. I hope you enjoyed your videos workout. And I hope you do lots more. Mark your sessions, count as many hours as you've done, and notice your difference in your changes. Don't be afraid to repeat any of these exercises. The more you do it, I promise you, you will improve without a shadow of a doubt. Take care. Lots of love.
Thanks, Sabrina.
Pleasure, everybody.
Thank you.